Our next guest writing an op-ed for Newsmax.com saying the attacks on FBI whistleblowers hurt the FBI's non-political reputation.
Joining us now for the details, former Chief of Staff at the National Security Council, Fred Fleitz, and retired Air Force Brigadier General and Newsmax contributor Blaine Holt. Fred, I want to send the first question to you. Can you explain how the FBI's reputation has been tarnished through all of this?
Well, look, it's very dangerous because, look, whistleblowing serves an important function in government for government accountability. And unfortunately, it happens too often that conservative whistleblowers are retaliated against. In this instance, these three FBI whistleblowers, retaliation intensified against them when they agreed to testify to Congress. And this is so dangerous because this is going to drive talented FBI officers out of the Bureau. But of more concern, it will lead some of them to break the law by leaking classified information to the press. That should never happen. They should come directly to Congress. But you can see the vicious circle that happens here when whistleblowers who try to speak out, who try to go to Congress, find that the government comes after them even harder.
Yeah, and it creates a Gestapo-like environment where it deters any future whistleblowers from coming forward because they're afraid of the retribution. Congressman Matt Gaetz asked Garrett O'Boyle, who testified a week and a half ago. He was one of the whistleblowers. He was basically asked about how whistleblowers are treated by the FBI after they blow the whistle.
When you say the FBI will crush you, who are you talking about? Is it the agents who run our field offices, or are you specifically talking about senior leadership?
Congressman, thank you for having me. I think it starts at the top and it trickles down from there. I mentioned at the end of my testimony on Thursday that I was open to current employees of the FBI reaching out to me if they needed to, and that has already begun to happen. And there are more tales that hopefully will come out soon about this type of retaliation that has happened to me, that has happened to Steve Friend, that has happened to Marcus Allen. There are still good people in the FBI, and they are getting crushed just like I did as we speak.
General, your reaction to that?
Yeah, this is very serious. Fred writes a very good piece here to highlight that, my worry is the credibility of the government just gets lower and lower every day. But if FBI agents themselves cannot get a fair shake and due process, and they clearly vindictively went after Garrett Boyle and his family, wow, what's it going to be like for the soccer moms who get up and at school board meetings and say, no way? Now, my criticism is for the Republicans. Don't just complain about this. Where's the teeth on protecting whistleblowers? Where are the actual actions? Why isn't Director Wray hauled in off the carpet? And why aren't we talking about removal of Director Wray right now?
Well, as soccer moms, yes, but they also went after the former president of the United States. Fred, in your op-ed, you talk about the influence that the FBI had on Trump's 2016 campaign, the Durham report, the fraudulent letters signed by 51 former intelligence officers, and then, of course, the treatment of January 6 rioters. We're getting towards the 2024 election. What can we do to make sure that this doesn't happen in this new presidential election?
That's right. That's the question. Here's what we need to do. First of all, take names. Everyone involved in this retaliation, the government has to have their name. I'd like to see them testify before the cameras so we know who they are. Also, and those people should be fired. If they retaliate against whistleblowers in January 2025, when we have a new Republican president, every single one of them should be fired. But I'm very happy to say that the House Weaponization of Government Subcommittee has a website for whistleblowers to come to them, to send them information. It's judiciary_whistleblower at mail.house.gov. Judiciary_whistleblower at mail.house.gov. So there are options. They can also call the committee. These whistleblowers should not be suffering in silence. Come forward, tell the government what's happening.
Yeah, General, it's interesting. So Ron DeSantis declared last week he's already made it perfectly clear that day one he gets to the Oval Office, Christopher Wray is gone at the FBI. Just in 15 seconds, what incentive does that give people like Merrick Garland and Christopher Wray over at the FBI to stop this behavior? Because they want to keep their jobs, don't they?
I don't know if they care about keeping their jobs. They seem pretty well safe to me, and I think they're going to keep on. And let's not just limit this to DOJ. Let's expand it to the entirety of the cabinet, because we see this replicating over and over and over again. Get them.
All right. Fred Fleitz, General Blaine Holt, appreciate that. Appreciate breaking that down. Thank you.